Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the EFed Podcast. I am your host, Conner Underwood. I am here with EFed personalities, Cole Stoner, Amari Hall, and Miguel Roderick, also known as Cholo Boy. All of us have been in EFEDs for at least 4 months. I've been here for 5 years. Cole, how long have you been here? In EFEDs?
3 years.
3 years, okay. So, we're going to start this podcast with a shoot. Actually, I just listened to Rush Radio Episode 1 with Mia Marsden and Grant Van Dyke, also known as Adam Rush and GVD. And they spent 19 minutes that they will never get back shooting on me and DRW and Chris Knox and Christian Rainey and others along that border. And I'm not gonna try to clear my name, but I'm gonna explain in my... Wait, Cole, you still have the promo, don't you?
Yes, I still
Copy and paste that shit in my inbox. I'm gonna read it. To the fans. I'm gonna read it.
No, let me just get my hot dogs right here. In Skype or Facebook?
Skype, I don't care. Or Facebook, either one. Skype probably would work better. Okay. People, I'm gonna make sure this timer is still going. It's still going. Okay. People, this is what got the firing of Adam Rush, Mia Marsden, Jake Marsden, however the fuck you know him. This is the promo. Alright, Chris, if it's a war you want, it's a war you've got. I'm tired of hearing you run your stupid mouth about how you're some sort of wrestling god and how you run this place. This coming from the guy that calls himself the king of wrestling. Newsflash, no one gives a shit about you. Chris, if you disappeared off the face of the earth, people would sing hallelujah and I would be leading the choir, of course. Chris, you act like you're the best person to ever grace the face of this planet. But in all reality, you've surpassed everyone else and became the most overrated wrestler in history. And hell, if you passed away, I'd still come to your funeral, but I'd be the one sitting there with a sinister smile on my face. See, Chris, you're the type of person everyone talks about behind your back, because quite simply...
Wait. That means he talks behind your back.
Exactly. Quite simply, you're an arrogant punk who walks around like he's got a stick shoved up his asshole and who parades around like he's entitled to something. The only thing you're entitled to, though, is my foot shoved clear up your asshole. Chris, it's to the point that where if you broke your leg, I'd cut the cast off in your sleep and hit it repeatedly with a chair. You got a concussion, I take your head... Oh my god, I lost the fucking... I take your head and repeatedly ram it into a concrete wall. I hope to God Alex Fame beats you and knocks you off that imaginary little pedestal you put yourself on. You know, the one where you compare everyone to yourself and jack off to the thought of how great you are. I hope Fame knocks you down a few pegs. Because if he doesn't, I will. It's no longer about some triple threat match because, let's be honest, Sean Ripper isn't worth a shit. This is about you and me finally settling this conflict that's been boiling over for years. It's about one of us stepping up and ending the other. This is no longer about the DRW title. In fact, at this point, it doesn't mean shit to me. I want to get my hands on you and break every fucking bone in your body. I want to make you suffer the way I have my whole life. I want to show you the true meaning of pain, but of course, if I know you at all, you'll hide behind Sean Ripper some more. Though he kind of makes it easy. Fat joke number 1. Chris, look at us. We're not that different, you and me. Should be you and I. Neither of us has good, honest dads. That's personal shot number 1. You don't bring my dad into this. Both of us come from broken homes. You don't bring my past life into this. We enjoy a good football game and being assholes to everyone around us, but our key difference is I'm willing to sacrifice life and limb for what I want, while we both know you won't wrestle with a broken nail, let alone a broken leg I suffered in a match, and still manage to defend the DRW Championship with. He's never been DRW Champion. He's been DRW Elite Champion, and still managed to defend the DRW title with. Chris, come Dark Mania 2, we have a chance to end this and end it. I will. I'm going to break you down in this little game you're playing. I'm going to beat you inch on over just like your mommy and your good-for-nothing stepdaddy. Now, the only way...
3 and 4.
Strike 3 and 4. And I'll tell you how I know this isn't about Pam and Phil. Because Pam and Phil have never had a storyline with me where they beat me. Like, whipped me at all. Chris Zero and Conner Goldfish Underwood are 2 different people. And the fact of the matter that I know he was talking about my real-life mom and her boyfriend, a.k.a. my somewhat stepdad, is because my stepdad beats my mom. That's how I know that's who he was talking about. You will never be the same. Your career will hit rock bottom and I'll finally expose how overrated you truly are. Oh, but Chris, this is no longer about winners and losers. This is about dragging you to hell where only one of us can crawl out while the other one will stay and burn eternally. And Chris, here's a little hint for you. I'm coming to find my way out. On April 12, 2015, Zero will hit absolute zero indeed, and Rush will rise. The promo itself, was good. Until you break the promo down. In a promo, the thing that kills promos are flame wars, talking about somebody's personal life that they do not want aired. Now, before this promo took place, immediately before this promo took place, about 10 minutes before this promo, all of us were on a Skype call. And
I was there.
Cole was there. I think Amari was here. I don't know if Miguel was here.
What was it?
VTech just got off the call, and Rush was already upset that VTech has a bigger ego than Rush, which is a competition in Rush's mind. And he was hating on VTech, and then, some heat was, in there, and we were dissing each other like we always do, and we've always done that. We've never meant it personally. Then he brings up my ex-fiance, who did cheat on me, and things ended badly, and it took me to a dark point in my life. He brought that shit up knowing it'd get a rise out of me after I told him repeatedly to shut the fuck up about it and leave it alone. Now, Mia, I'm going to bury you, because all day and all night last night and today, he has messaged me saying he stood up for himself because there really isn't a victim. The situation was overblown. This is legitimately me overblowing it. I don't understand he doesn't understand what he did wrong, except for promoing. How many times do I have to tell you I would never do that to you? I told him because you would, you did, and you would again. He said, not like that, not after you told me specifically not to hit your parents. If you tell me what not to hit, I won't. I told you repeatedly to shut up about Sierra, and you ignored it. And kept it up, so yes, I would believe that promo was meant for my actual parents. And technically, if you want to get technical, Firestar Hart is not Chris Zero's stepdad. He is his father. God damn it. Father, not stepdad. And you knew this. You've known me for fucking 3 years. This isn't
And another thing.
What?
During that chat yesterday, it's known that in EFeds, when you get on a Skype call, you usually call some of the other people's names. She got mad at you for calling her a whore. I heard that earlier in a Skype call.
Yes, I called her a whore. After she called me a racist because me and Amari were popping racist jokes at each other. Am I ashamed of it? Hell no. Is Amari mad at me? Hell no.
Is Miguel mad at you?
Hell no. And that's another thing. He was calling Miguel a beaner, not a cholo. A beaner. Now, Grant, let me throw you under the bus for 2 seconds. It's gonna be longer than 2 seconds.
Well, let me do it. Let me do this.
Amari, take. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna explain why I fired him first. Then you can go over with it. Okay. As all of you know, Amari is black. African American. He's not African American. He was born in the fucking States. He's black. Okay. Amari is black, and Grant has this personality about him where he thinks because he was born and raised in California, he is entitled to say, Amari, I'm going to say this word and I hope you don't offend. He says nigga and nigger, which is not allowed to be said. This is the same guy that said he was going to go to Nate Faber's house and slit his fucking throat. I don't like Nate Faber.
On the radio.
On the radio. On Jay Styles' radio. And none of us have ever said that about Nate. I don't like Nate. I said I would powerbomb him through a bus, but I never said I would kill him. Now, Amari, describe.
Slightly maybe.
Okay, hold on. Actually, let me finish this. Grant comes on to the Skype call, and the first fucking word out of his mouth is nigga. And Amari is not okay with this. Amari, describe what happened.
Alright. Join Skype call. Then, first thing I hear him say is, nigga. And I'm like, dude, you white. Then he corrects me, no, I'm Russian. Then I'm like, okay then, it's still not okay to say that. So I'm like, and he still thinks that he's eligible to say it. And I'm like, no, you're not eligible to say it. And I had to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. Then I just finally just got tired of it and just went off, basically.
So, Grant was already facing pending suspensions for the murder slur at Nate Faber, though Nate Faber is no longer with DRW because he was fired for telling Mia that he was an abomination and no longer deserved to live for Mia's sexual orientation. Now, and in that, I supported Mia, and I went to just first suspend Nate, but I was better off firing him. But now, for Mia to turn right around and basically do the same fucking thing, except for I'm straight. She didn't tell me I was an abomination for being straight. But Mia, whatever the fuck you want to call her, him, I don't know. But anyway, whatever you want to say, Mia, you say that I backstabbed you. I didn't backstab you. I stood up for myself. And you say I run around like I own this shit? Correction, bro. I don't run around like I own it. I do fucking own DRW. It was you who ran around like you owned shit, man. You ran around here, running your mouth, throwing your weight around, saying that you were going to make all these changes and shit. And yeah, some people liked your changes, and I liked some of your changes, but you wanted to reformat DRW. Dude, you couldn't run a Fed longer than 3 months.
3 fucking months.
And Grant, you've been fired from DRW so many times, dude. And you just inboxed me the other day like we were best friends. So I don't want to hear that shit, that you hate me, that you hate DRW. And yes, Rainey's first show in DRW, he wins a title. Why? Because when he was booked, he out-promoted everybody in the match, and he won the title. I gave that same opportunity to 21 other people 2 months ago in a 22-man over-the-top battle royal for the DRW World Heavyweight title. I don't want to hear shit, man. I don't want to hear shit. I did what was right for this business, for this company. Mia Marsden, you're a backstabbing, egotistical little prick. EFeds are not gonna die.
Wait a second. You called her Mia. It's a he now. It's Jake Marsden. Am I not correct?
Well, her name's Mia, her name's Jake. Legally on her social security card and on her birth certificate, she is a male. She is Jake Marsden, and until he gets that shit changed, he is Jake Marsden. Tranny lives do matter, but you get the fucking shit changed after a while. Till you get a vagina, Jake, you're Jake to me now. You're no longer Mia. You're no longer a friend of mine, so quit inboxing me like you are. And that whole time during that shoot interview that you were filming, you little bitch, and I'll call you a bitch on live air because I'll do that. I don't care. Yeah, I'm fucking slurring you. I don't give a shit. Report me. I dare you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, what was I saying, guys?
Well,
Anyway, no, Mia, you're so fucking stupid. Because you sit here and you try to turn it around like you were the victim. You weren't the victim. Grant wasn't the victim. You were the victim of firings, yes. You were fired for bullying somebody. Both of you. Grant, you were fired for being a racist little prick.
To me.
To Amari, who was black.
And I went Super Saiyan.
He went to his power level was over 9,000. And Mia, you were fired for starting Flame Wars and being disrespectful. And you tried your best to break me as a person, not as an EFed wrestler. As a person. You attacked the very thing that I've been dealing with for almost 3 months now. I've been dealing with the Sierra thing for a year now. But, let's be honest here, dude. You're a piece of shit. Grant, you're a piece of shit. And I hope both of you join Trottier, however the fuck you pronounce it, EFed, because I like Trotter. I like Trottier. He's a good guy. But, let's face it. He's just like you when it comes to running a Fed. He doesn't run it longer than 3 months. Trottier, I respect you. You're a huge star. Hell, you're coming back into DRW, man. I like you. But, I'm telling you, Mia, Jake, I'm telling you, Grant. You wanted to sit there for 19 minutes and run your mouth? I'm only at 16:45 right now. I'm going to do a 20-minute show just to show you up. Because
we're going to do a 25-minute show.
Because altogether, Mia, you attacked me as a person. And I'll tell you right now, I've never said I'm the perfect EFed owner, because I'm not. I made some stupid mistakes. I've gave you a title run. But, and you sit there and you say, Rainey's first match for a title. Technically, bitch, read the show. It was the second match he was ever in DRW. Second. Now,
and,
go ahead, Cole. Go ahead.
I have to say, whenever I start talking to her, or him, or whatever, I really don't care about genders right now. He was praising Rainey. He loved Rainey when he first met him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then to go and talk about him on that podcast, or whatever you like to call it, a little shot interview, he bashed him. He bashed a friend that I've had for a long time. And if you bash Rainey, do you know what happens? You get buried.
Ladders!
Miguel.
Yes.
Sorry, Miguel.
No, I buried Adam Rush on SmackDown. I powerbombed him 45 feet. Adam Rush is gone from DRW forever. And I'll tell you that right now. You're done, dude. Michael may disagree with me and say, oh, he'll be back. He's not back. This isn't a work, guys. If it was a work, I didn't cut a podcast the last time it was a work. They cut a 4-minute contract negotiation thing with him on the phone. That's how you knew it was a work. This is a fucking podcast with 3 other guys who I don't know equally if they don't like him as much as me, but I despise him right now. I will despise him probably forever. Not forever. I eventually move on from it, but let's face it. Let's talk business for a minute. Let's talk business. You came in here, Mia, Jake. You came in here, Jake. You came back at Extreme Rumble, and you told me, let me come back at the Rumble and win it. After Chris Knox, Josh Knight, DMG, so many people, Torrance Banks, so many people promoted for that. You didn't bust one promo, and you wanted to take a win? On your first night back, are you any better than Rainey winning the world title on his first night? Don't think so, you little stubborn-ass little... Oh, my God. I'm not even going to call you any more names.
No, can I say it?
Go ahead, Amari.
Little stupid-ass, little prick-ass bitch.
Exactly. Then, you have the audacity to tell Chris Knox he doesn't deserve to win the Extreme Rumble. That dude busted the promo of a lifetime. Yes, Knox failed as world champion one time. He learned from it. He became the interim elite champion while Austin was gone, doing personal things. And you see, Austin doesn't like me because I had him lose a match, but that's fine, Austin. But he was a hell of a champion. He was twice the champion you'll ever be, Jake, because I have respect for Austin. And then you tell Knox that the league storyline was doomed to fail. Out of all people, you shouldn't be talking, because Knox will run a storyline until it fucking dies. He doesn't just abandon it halfway through. And you sit there and you say that I give undeserving contenders title shots? You wanted the Armor as tag team champions. You holding every singles title in DRW all at one time. Dude, you yourself wanted to be DRW, and I told you no, and you got ass hurt. Shoot interview all you want to. You're a piece of trash, Jake. You're a horrible person. I'll tell you that. I don't care if you get all depressed and get all suicidal on me. I really don't care anymore. I was there for you when you went through your personal shit with Megan. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up now, because I feel entitled to it. Megan dumped you because she saw the real you that we couldn't see. You got so suicidal, and who was there for you, Jake? Who was there for you? Who was your best friend? It was me. I was there for you. I told you that everything was going to be okay. You were so much better than her. You could do so much better than her. Who was there for you when Brighton told you yes? When you got with Brighton, it was the happiest day of your life. Who was there, you little piece of shit? It was me. I told you congratulations, things were finally starting to look up. But then flip the tables. When I got with Sierra, you bashed me. You told me I changed because I wanted to walk away from this business because I didn't want to do this forever. You bashed me, and maybe I was unrightful for wanting to walk away. Maybe I was wrong for wanting to walk away. I'm glad you stopped me because I do love what I do. But you bashed me. You hated on me. And yes, Sierra and me were not a great couple. But I loved that girl with everything I had. And for almost 6 months, it was the best 6 months of my life and the worst 6 months of my life. And when we split up, you didn't do the friendly thing and just leave it alone and never bring it up again. It was like a wound in my heart, and you kept taking a rusty spoon and digging at it and digging at it and digging at it until you found the beast. And you tried to tame me, and when I wouldn't let you, you got so butter. When I wouldn't let you bully me anymore and try to take my Fed from me, you pulled a Steven Spradlin. And Steven Spradlin's never done anything that bad. I'm sorry to even bring Steven Spradlin up. I respect that guy, actually. You tried to kill my soul, and I wouldn't let you, Jake. I wouldn't let you. I'm never going to let you. Because I'm a better person than you. And this will be the last podcast that I talk about you, because from now on, I'm Chris Benoit in you. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible EFedder. Are your promos good? Yeah, maybe. But you're a goddamn bully. You bullied me, you bullied half the roster, and did I say if he wasn't a writer, I'd fire him? Fuck yeah, I did. Rob knows how I feel about him. I'm not hiding anything. Rob knows how I feel about him. I don't like Rob. Rob doesn't like me. He writes for me. Good. If he didn't, I wouldn't care for him. You're damn right. If DRW's not your number one priority, and you're writing for me, I don't need you. So, Rob, you can leave tonight. I don't care. I will get another writer. I will write Massacre my damn self. Will it be good? Probably not, but the fact of the matter is, Jake, you're a backstabber. You're two-faced. You're a horrible person. I'm never going to be there for you again. I'm never going to be your friend again. As a matter of fact, after this, I'm going to block you. I'm going to kick you out of my life forever. So, Jake, if this is goodbye, I'm going to say one thing. Fuck you. I'm done with you. Guys, we're done with this show.
Ooh.